Hello and welcome to another Finnish Gear Reviews video. Today we'll be taking a look at what the Finnish Defense Forces were up to in the month of March of 2025. I'm going to start off with incidents. So the first incident here is one that happened in February, but I missed this one in last month's recap, so I'll mention it this month. And it was a major one. So on February 2nd, a Russian airplane is suspected of being in Finnish airspace for a couple of minutes west of Hanko. There was another serious incident in Lebanon. We had a Finnish peacekeeper that was injured on the 19th of March in southern Lebanon during a patrol when there was an explosion. The peacekeeper was injured in his lower extremities and treated on site and then moved on towards additional treatment. And that is all the information currently about this peacekeeper. In procurements, the Defense Forces are procuring 155mm shells from Nammo Lapua Oy for 79 million euros. In addition to the artillery shells, they are also procuring 7.62x39 and 7.62x53R ammo from Nammo Lapua Oy for 180 million euros. Now I believe everyone is familiar with the 7.62x39. That's the standard round for AK-47 platform rifles, or the RK as the Finnish Defense Forces are still using it. The 7.62x53R is a bit of a different round. So that's a round being used by the TAK-85 sniper rifles in the Finnish military, or if you happen to have a Mosin Nagant or a Finnish Mosin platform, you'd be familiar with this round. Finland is leading a project that has a budget of $100 million called Famous 2, which intends to increase armored vehicle performance with technology. And for Finland, this is specific for replacing old tracked vehicles. Other participating nations are Austria, Belgium, Greece, France, Spain, Norway, and Latvia. The Finnish government is suggesting a 660 million euro support package to Ukraine, with orders coming exclusively from the Finnish defense industry. And also, Patria is investing 40 million euros to increase armored vehicle production in Hämeenlinna. And this will help with the increased demand of the Patria AMV XP 8x8 vehicle, which is something I feel like there are news about every single month. For deployments, one Hamina-class ship is going to continue participating in the NATO mission in the Baltic Sea called Baltic Sentry. Baltic Sentry is a mission intended to safeguard some of our key infrastructure in the Baltic Sea. For innovations, as I mentioned in the procurement section, Patria has developed a new tracked vehicle designed for specifically Arctic environments. And this famous means future highly mobile augmented armored systems. The first serial production prototypes come out in 2027, and the current prototype is able to move through 1 meter deep snow and bogs. There's been a few exercises. So there were 2 American B-52 Stratofortress planes that were dropping JDAMs at the Rovajärvi range on March 6th, and they were escorted by Finnish F-18s. We've had one large exercise called Arctic Forge 25, and we had some American and Canadian troops in there as well, training in Arctic environments. And the Air Force is sending 5 F-18s to the Netherlands for the Ramstein Flag 25 drill. There will be participants from 15 NATO countries with over 90 planes. In miscellaneous news, a government working group has proposed that the MPK, Maanpuolustuskoulu, the National Defense Training Association of Finland, gets more tasks to train military units, both domestic and international allies, and would also start to train in the use of new weapon systems. Also, some key personnel in MPK would be absorbed into the Defense forces to increase cooperation. A law proposal restricting hostile nation citizens purchasing property in Finland finally proceeds to the parliament for a vote. Finnish reservists are increasingly training. 25,000 reservists will participate in trainings this year, while voluntary exercises will train 8,000. And this is compared to 18,000 reservists in 2021. In addition, 25,000 people are going to participate in trainings offered by the MPK. In total, approximately 60,000 soldiers will receive training this year, considering both reservists and new conscripts. In more conscript news, 1,400 conscripts have moved to the reserve this month after performing their 9-month service in specialized roles. And the Defense Ministry is starting a new project with the goal of getting youth up and moving, especially youth that are about to do their military service. The decline of physical abilities of the youth continues, and the Defense Ministry intends to turn that around by partnering with localities and the MPK to provide advice. An app called Mars will be developed further, and they will also increase online messaging to get good health information to youth. And they are reserving 2 million euros for this in 2025 and 2026. Finally, in cooperation news, Finland, Norway, Sweden, and Denmark have signed a memorandum of understanding in order to harmonize ammo and shell types in the Nordics. This is to improve collaboration between nations and to make logistics easier. And finally, Finland has sent its 28th support package to Ukraine, totaling approximately 200 million euros. There are no specific details available of what it contains, but we do know that it will include artillery shells. With this 28th support package, the Finnish aid to Ukraine has risen to 3.3 billion euros. And this concludes this month's update. Thank you for watching.